The lone hunter walked through the ruins of the settlement town and surveyed the damage. He knew it was too late for them. All that was left was the one job he was designed for, what he was programmed for.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Frankie B, and I'm telling you right now, on this April 30th, this is the day. What day you're asking? Come on, man. This is the day that Kaijus and Cowboys goes live on Kickstarter. You just saw the promo that we have up, done by the very talented Matthew Blair, who is my co-creator as well. He writes the stories, and I do the artwork. And then we also have Keith Gleason hooking it up with the lettering. Keith actually is the creator of Mighty Mascots, which we go back. I actually was the artist working on Mighty Mascots, and also did the concept art, and then and Bingo Bango. So all full circle love here. So anyway, I'm super excited. I'm jazzed up. I just want to first thank you for coming by to my channel again, and to just see the madness that I'm laying down here on this paper. But I don't even know what to do with myself. This is a fantastic day. You know, we worked on the this book, which is going to be, this is just an exclusive for the Kickstarter. So I want you to hear me clearly. This is an exclusive 0 issue of Kaijus and Cowboys. The actual comic book series has already been picked up by Second Sight Publishing, which is due out for to be released in 2022. So anyway, be clear on that. This is an exclusive. It's only going to be released on the Kickstarter, and you just need to jump on it. Now, another cool thing is going to be reward tiers. I'm going to be doing sketches and stuff, and have those on a reward tier, and drawings, commissions, and stuff like that. So, you know, if you've seen my videos, you've seen the level of what I do. It's funny because have been a rewards tier artist for a number of other pretty successful, crowdfunding campaigns. I gotta pat myself on the back. I've done some really cool artwork for some stuff. So now I'm in the other side where this is a Kickstarter, the Kickstarter campaign or crowdfunding campaign that I'm in it. Really in it. and we definitely need your support. So anyway, if you are a true Kaiju fan, which I know you must be, or just someone who just want to learn about Kaijus, who happens to also like Westerns, or who just happens to like comic books that are getting back to that old sense of entertainment, fun, then please, by all means, come on by, show some support. Your support can be as a contribution, or it can just be sharing, whatever little bit helps, get the word out. But anyway, today is the day. It is going live. I believe Matthew said 12 noon, but again, here's the thing. He's on the West Coast time, so I don't know if it's going to be Eastern Standard or on that time table. So anyway, we'll see, but definitely it is dropping today. And I wanted to start it off. I'm so excited that I'm just starting to sketch. I'm just going to do a sketch of our favorite character here, our protagonist, the hunter. He is he's turning out to be a character that people are really getting, really excited about. And it's funny because, I love Westerns as well, especially the old Clint Eastwood stuff with The Man with No Name. Just such a cool character, man. The good, the bad, the ugly. Even I also believe that he was the Man with No Name was also the character that was in Pale Rider. I want to believe that. I could be wrong, but part of me, in my heart of heart, I feel like that was the same character, just another progression of the story. But hey, I could be wrong too. That's okay. So anyway, I'm drawing this sketch right here. Now this is on a. Actually, this is on a tablet, like a art tablet, not tablet, excuse me, a pad of, God, what can I call this? I guess it's a sketchbook that my lovely wife Jess got me for a few Christmases ago, and and I just been slowly sort of breaking it out and just drawing artwork on it and stuff. So it's handy, you know. I love the fact that it's a really strong, nice white paper. So anyway, I'm just gonna, you know, do this and start laying some of this art down, this art love. Yeah, it's just, I don't even know. It's like there's a thing where I've been with so many people who have done crowd campaigning, and there's that nervousness. You know, it's an exciting nervousness because you're literally getting out there in the front, and you're just like, hey, boom, everybody, this is what I got. And here's another good thing too, is that issue 0 is done. I full color everything. Did it last year. You know, that was one thing that me and Matthew talked about. We just didn't want people to just be like waiting around and stuff like that for, you know, be like, oh, you know, thank you for contributing, and you know, hopefully we'll get it done by X amount of time or whatever. No, that's not going to happen with this campaign. It is done. Any funds that we do raise for this crowdfunder will definitely go back into the full production of the actual series. So, you know, we're going to see how far we can push it, and we hope with the support of people out there that we can, you know, get it really up there. You know, ideally, I would love to just be working on those pages for the year, which I am going to be working on, regardless of what I am going to be working on those. Let me just make that clear, because, you know, we now have the duty of, you know, we've been picked up by publishers, so definitely I'm going to be drawing a lot of artwork and really pushing myself. You know, I'm excited by this. And we've actually done some other small stories with Alterna Comics inside of their It Came Out on a Wednesday anthology comic, which I would suggest to anyone out there that you should do it if you have a small story, just to put it out there. We did this short story called Team KS1, which again deals with Kaijus, and I guess I would say that's the starting point to where Kaijus and Cowboys is kind of, you know, the evolution from. Me and Matthew have we've been working together for over 6 years. We have a webcomic series called The Secret Lives of Villains, which received a lot of great, you know, a lot of notice, you know, people that really loved it and stuff like that. And now this is just another evolutionary leap here to full-on series. If you've seen my artwork, and if you've even seen me in interviews and stuff like that, I am very passionate about bringing a little bit of that old school magic that brought me into comic books, and just into the sense of the overall fandom of, you know, science fiction, horror, you know, giant robots and giant monsters. You know, this is going to be a labor of love, and we're happy. You know, I think that the whole point of doing something like this is just to add another different flavor to the mixture of amazing stuff that's out there, because there is. I mean, we are very honored to be part of the evolution. Excuse me, not even evolution, the revolution of the indie market. I mean, you're literally seeing so much fantastic pieces of, you know, work just dropping out there. This is a great time for the indie market, and we're part of it now. So we got our work cut out for us. So anyway, today is the day, and now we just gotta wait and see. We just gotta see. Well, we're not just gonna be sitting on our laurels waiting. We got a couple of interviews lined up for people to chat it up and, you know, talk all things Kaijus and Cowboys. We're happy that the name alone has really sparked interest. You know, people have really latched onto it, and that's a very important thing, because again, with any kind of IP, if you can at least get, you know, that first step with a name, a catchy name, Now it's kind of building up on everything else. This is just a building job. Like, we have to make sure that the character and the story is, engaging enough to really hold people in there, and hopefully they'll get excited and they'll say, hey, look, you need to check this book out. And this book is going to be it's for all ages. We're pushing for that. It's just straight out, action adventure. I'm not an artist who, and nothing wrong with it, but I just don't embrace like hardcore gore or anything like that. I'm more in the, level of John Byrne doing like, or Jack Kirby level of that kind of violence and stuff. Corny sound effects and things, which I've been doing sort of like what I did right here. This is the level of what you get, The trick is really that I want to, for me, and this is on the visuals, is just make sure that people are transported into this world that Matthew is sculpting together through his stories. I want to elevate off of his stories. And that's what any artist should want to do. It's almost like when a director takes a script, cinematographer, and all those wonderful people that are working on it, they take something, then they elevate from the script. They take the script and go, okay, let's see how far we can take it. Can we take it to another level? And that's what I'm pushing for. All right. It's interesting that these days now I'm going back to doing a lot more pencil drawing. For the longest time, because I was working and doing in advertising and stuff, my style was a very fast, very I don't know if you would call it sketchy. It was still pretty tight, but it was really about like just getting the idea of the artwork down on the paper. The image is really quick so that people can look at it, they identify it, and then we move on to the next fun adventure. But now, because it's this is like final product, I've become much more mindful of that I'm trying to bring people into this universe. It's a final product, so you got to put a lot, actually, not even a little bit, a lot more love into it. So, and I'm doing colors as well. And my color palette is, again, I'm very old school. My approach to coloring is the stuff that I learned when I was doing some work in an animation studio, and then just the kind of color experience that I did working in advertising. Clearly there are a lot more people who are more gifted colorists, but I feel for my work that my range of coloring is just one that fits the amount of heavy black line that I do. So I try to make it work. Alright, there you go. I don't like that mouth. Toughest thing with the Hunter, that's the name that we're sort of going with. I'm still like, we're in between the bot with no name and then Hunter, but I think over time we'll figure it out. It could either be either or, but anyway, trying to get the lips. I started working on the new concept sheet, character sheet, although I do want to have the time to really do a detail, more fleshed out, like, turnaround sheet, because that's important, if we ever decide to have other artists work on it. If we ever get to that point, then I want to be able to just send it off to them and be like, okay, this is how the character looks, and a breakdown of whatever, so it just makes it much more easier. You got to practice what you preach. I mean, that's one of the things I always preach, is that sometimes, I see people who are, they have these characters and stuff, and then they'll just have an action shot, frontal action shot. We don't know how the character looks from the back. We don't know, are there certain unique things on their bodies or on their weaponry or on their uniform, whatever. We don't have these things because that information hasn't been even created. It's just been like, okay, well, we've got this. They paid for this one shot, this one thing, and it's like, no. We need more. I need more. Especially if you want people to follow how your character looks, because if you don't do a detailed image of your character, the one that fully relays the information that you want about that character, then this opens up that potential for people to kind of fly off and create their own different thing, because they're struggling, because they're like, okay, I got to do this because I don't have the information. All right, there you go. Well, you know what? This is one of those days where I'm actually, I'm not gonna be talking ears off, because I'm still in that moment, that high right now, because we're so close to getting this out there. I'm gonna switch over to HYPERLAPSE, but before I go, I just want to just thank you all so much for just coming to my channel and checking it out and leaving some comments. I love it, and I thank you. And with that said, let's just all